Ezra Levant here, along with my colleague Yemini. We're at the Altenrhein Airport. It's a small private airport in Switzerland that's the closest to the Davos World Economic Forum conference. This is not a commercial airport like Zurich or Geneva where you can get a flight from Toronto or Melbourne. This is a private jet airport. We come here every year because it's so incredible to watch the masters of the universe, that's what I call them, who fly in private jets only. And some of them fly in a jet here and then take a helicopter for the last part of the journey to Davos to tell the rest of us, reduce your carbon footprint, don't eat so much meat, turn down your thermostat in the winter. Now, it's super foggy here now, so I don't know if they've temporarily paused landing the aircraft. On our way in, we saw about 6 aircraft parked here. One of the things that aircraft do is they land here, disgorge their VVIPs, take off again, and park at another airport where there's more room. So understand what they do. They fly in a private jet from, let's say, London to this Altenrhein private airport, let off their VVIPs, and they don't park. They go on another flight to park. Then they take a flight back to pick up their VVIPs and go. I can't imagine a more carbon-intensive lifestyle, but that's how the rulers of the universe operate.
Over the last 5 years that we've been here, we've recorded their carbon footprint. We've asked them about how is this worth it, especially after the era of COVID, where we learnt how efficient Zoom is in comparison. And you know, I was wondering on the way up here, will this be the year that they finally practice what they preach? And as we're driving in, the reaction you were having to seeing that many private jets parked here, showing us that this year, in fact, if anything, it possibly has more jets than ever.
You know, it's sort of fun to be a plane spotter, and I don't know if we can pick it up on the camera. This plastic window, this private airport is so media friendly. I gotta give them a big thank you. I don't know if Air Force One is gonna land here, if this is not high security enough. I don't know how he's getting here.
I heard it's via Greenland, I'm not sure.
There's so many private aircraft that come in here in the 1 week of Davos. It's enough to keep the lights on.
Well, I think it's worth mentioning that when we were physically walking into this small complex, this is a very tiny airport, you saw 3 or 4 VIP drivers waiting to take their passengers.
In the black limos. And it's a tiny airport, and I don't know if you saw it on the way in, we'll film it on the way out. They have sort of a welcome Davos delegates with some free snacks, as if they're not having free snacks on the private jets. So the fact that there are, I think, 3 or 4 black limos at the front either tells me they're just hanging out here because they have nowhere else to go, or they are waiting for a jet that is about to arrive in the next, I don't know, half an hour. I saw a statistic that 1 out of 4 delegates at Davos flies private. 1 out of 4. That's a stunning thing. I don't think 1 in 10,000 normal people fly private, but for these folks, it's 1 in 4. I remember when Greta Thunberg came and we scrummed her, and she spent 20 minutes with us. She gave us no useful answers, but she was with us for 20 minutes. She didn't have a script ready. She didn't know what to say.
She's never had a useful answer, just by the way.
Well, and I asked her if she had ever flown in a private jet. Have you ever been on a private jet even once?
I own 100 private jets.
Well, have you been on, how about once? Have you ever been on a private jet?
All the time, yes.
I wonder why you won't answer me in a straight answer.
We didn't fly private. Ezra wouldn't pay for that jet. But wefreports.com, you can catch all our reports all week and help fund our economy class tickets to get here, and our economy Airbnb, which, if you looked at the price tag, doesn't feel economy. It's very expensive just to be in and amongst these the rich and famous here that are shaping and delegating to the world how we have to live.
Yeah. Special thanks to Altenrhein Airport for being so accommodating for us. We'll stick around for a while and see if we can catch any planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 BMWs and Mercedes. Who are the VVIPs here? About 10 staff and about 10 vehicles pulled up here, including police. Here comes one cop right now. How are ya? Yeah. Who's coming and going? Do you know?
It looks like they're about to pick somebody up. They're preparing to pick somebody up, and this is quite a large convoy.
You know what? This is the kind of thing you would see for maybe a prime minister. And remember, there's a lot of military on the highways around here too. It's think about it. Donald Trump alone. When that man moves, you have an enormous security blanket. Who are you picking up? Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I had to ask. Those are nice cars. Which one do you? Is that the one you drive there? Oh yeah.
All three.
Oh yeah. Looks nice.
Are they all electric? Not electric?
No, these are real cars. You need
These are
real
real.
power on the mountain road, not electric. You need real cars.
Electric.
You're just told to come here, prepare, you don't know what for. You're either very good at keeping secrets or...
I'm a good mama.
That was a military aircraft built for long hauls. Fascinating. Well, our keen-eyed, eagle-eyed videographer Lincoln J identified the military aircraft as being from Lithuania, which checks out. I mean, Lithuania, of course, is a small country, a former Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. It was part of the Soviet Union, and it is now really in the front line. The Baltics and Russia are in a kind of a military, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a standoff, but both sides have done a little saber rattling. It's not surprising that if that is the head of Lithuania, that he's got such a security retinue. What do you think?
We're speculating here, but it all fits, and look at the kind of entourage he's got, and the kind of the convoy that's going to be taking him, led by police.
Here's something else to think about. Donald Trump is coming to town. And so imagine all the NATO countries wanting to have a sit down with him. And they have a beautiful welcome area with fresh fruit and juices. And then some of the prestige newspapers that are members of the World Economic Forum, they have special editions. Here's the New York Times. How do you feed 10 billion people sustainably? Here's the Financial Times. We're here to discuss global needs. Here's Barron's. Some attend summits. We move mountains. So it's a major propaganda exercise because there's so many VVIPs here. Journalists are here, sure, to interview them, but in softball interviews. But it's a kind of off-the-record lobbying event. There's no lobbyist registry. Nothing's on the record. So a lot of deals are being done behind the scenes. There's different layers to the World Economic Forum. There's the ideology being forced on the rest of us, but there's billions of dollars of deals cooked up, and I guess they roll out the red carpet for the private jet class. I went on the website flightaware.com, which is a very interesting way to track flights in and out of any airport. And let me read to you some of the flights that have landed here when it wasn't too foggy, just today. So the last private jet that landed came from Geneva. Just stop and think about that for a second. Geneva is in Switzerland. You could drive it, but two people flew in a jet from Geneva to Altenrhein. I don't know how many thousands of liters of jet fuel they burned. That would be like driving your car one block to the convenience store, flying a private jet from Geneva to Altenrhein. Just incredible. I see flights from Al Maktoum, which I believe is in the United Arab Emirates, from London Luton Airport, from Boca Raton, California, from Speyer, I don't know where that is, I'm going to guess Germany or Austria, Nuremberg, Vienna, Oxford, Berlin, London, the Royal Air Force Northolt, suggesting that a senior person from the UK came on it. Farnborough Airfield, same thing. My point is that there are so many flights coming in, we're not able to see them during the fog. And 3 people told us that it was the fog that was delaying the mass arrival. I can understand why the Prime Minister or President of Lithuania needs to come for security reasons in a private aircraft. That makes sense to me. I think for most of the others flying private jets, I think it's just they can afford it. Why wouldn't they? It's not like they're going to live the lifestyle that they prescribe to the rest of us. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Eat the bugs. Don't eat meat. There's a real double standard at the World Economic Forum, and I think people are starting to catch on to it.
We're here all week. We came here early before the official event starts so we can capture that, so the world can witness that these people, they do one thing, they do not practice what they preach. They tell us to live in one way, they live a completely different, luxurious, comfortable life. That's why we're here all week. WEFreports.com. Make sure to bookmark it. Check out all our reports, share them, and if you support our mission here on the ground this week, please consider chipping in, because unlike the folks that are coming in on these planes, we are running on a very, very tight budget, but we've got to keep up with them. Even our Airbnb, $25,000 just to be here, during this week?
When you bring in 500 private jets worth of people, they buy up all the hotel rooms. When they're gone, they buy up all the chalets. When they're gone, they buy up all the Airbnbs. So for this crazy week, we're actually competing for housing with these jet sets. But it's important we're here to shine a light of public scrutiny on things no one else will.
WAFreports.com, bookmark and support.